So it's been, how do I say? It's been like, what was the last time? When was the last time that we talked about Johnny Somali? When was the last time we mentioned this guy's name? Let me see. It has been where? Oh, Jesus Christ. When was the last time we talked about him? Really? It wasn't a month ago? Was it really a month ago? Yeah, it was like, yeah, it's been like 1 month. It has been 1 month since we talked about Johnny Somali. And I saw a video popped up of Johnny Somali popping up on my feed. So I see a Tozy covering it. So let's take a look and see. Well, I'm just hoping he doesn't use the goddamn noodle fucking scene again, but you know, I'd be curious.
Things have got so much worse for the disrespectful IRL streamer, as he's now facing a new crime charge, and if things keep going this way, it'll be inevitable for him to be stuck in Korea's prison system for a while.
Damn. When you think it can't get any worse, it gets worse. Not the noodle clip.
In my last video covering this guy, I said that it would likely be my last update on him for a while, as there wasn't really that much Johnny could do, you know, considering that one of his mods confirmed that his equipment had been taken away from him.
I've heard now that he's starting to go broke over in Korea.
He will, because he has to stay till March, the 5th of March, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
He can't stream because he does not have a work visa, and his phones and laptops are at the police.
They're with the police?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And at least it has been a little while now, considering it's the next year. Happy New Year's, by the way. But I might have been wrong, because apparently he got access to another phone very quickly since he's been back on his Discord server, and he also created a new
If I come back to streaming, I don't know where it would be at this point. I made a new YouTube. He's not allowed to be on YouTube if you're gone from YouTube, right? If I remember correctly. Like once you're off the platform, you can't come back, right?
YouTube channel. And he's been messaging on his Discord server, as you can see here, but we'll get back into that later. But obviously, this is Johnny Somali, a disrespectful IRL streamer who's essentially known for going into other countries that are extremely high-trust societies,
of course,
only to push everyone's boundaries as far as you can. And the dude clearly believes that he'll get away with anything that he does because, get this, he keeps pushing the limits, and he keeps on getting thrown into jail cells. But that doesn't stop him from saying, I'm gonna beat this case like OJ. I don't think OJ is a person you want to aspire to be. We've been covering this guy for a little bit over a year now, and in the meantime, he's already been to Japanese jail, detained in Israel, and he's now stuck in Korea for always repeating the same behavior over and over again. And as we know, the court date has been pushed back from December 20th of 2024 to March 7th, 2025. And now the guy is desperate because he's stuck in Korea, he can't work, he doesn't have his passport. There's not much to do then.
To be honest, it's my personal opinion, it's pretty good that he doesn't have a he doesn't have his equipment, but apparently he had access to some phone. But it's good that he's not, causing chaos again as usual. That's my personal opinion, though.
He doesn't have his work visa,
that's just my personal
he doesn't have
opinion.
most of his equipment, as that was taken from him. So at least for now, he can no longer do his job, which is essentially running around in public harassing innocent people. Because if he continues to do that, even if he gets new equipment, he doesn't have his work visa, and that can just add even more charges to his already ongoing legal case. And then to make things even worse,
who knows if he's even still doing shit by any chance? Like, that's the only one thing about it, is like, is he still doing shit, or is he just like not doing shit? That's the question to ask.
for the guy, he's still being hunted by the South Korean population with a bounty for those who can catch and smack the Golden Goblin. That's what the Koreans have dubbed him. The reason for this name is apparently a Golden Goblin is someone who drops a loot, and you know, the loot is the bounty they get for smacking him. So There we go. So it's safe to say the dude
Yeah.
is terrified, but I don't really have that much remorse for the guy. It seems like
Nobody does. Nobody has any remorse for the dude. Come on, man. This guy's been fucking causing chaos since fucking Japan. Who knows what else he's been causing chaos in the past? Just because he wants the clout.
as we've covered here on this channel, he's dug his own grave. He's had 80 million outs, but he just keeps doubling down and just continues the same behavior. But because he'll actually have to face consequences for his antics for the first time in a long time since Japan. In Japan, he only got 3 months, but apparently that wasn't enough to deter him. So, now he's back for round 2 in Korea. But by the way things look right now, it looks like he'll be getting a...
I'd be very curious too, actually, of what his mom thinks.
lot more than 3 months, and the dude is afraid that he might have actually ruined his life forever. Not only because, you know, he might get some serious time, but also because he has no valuable place to stream currently. And clearly, that's what he cares the most about. And the newest update on Johnny is apparently there's a new charge. The dude committed a new crime. Or, well, it happened before, but the charge came from, you know, because he live streams everything he does. So one of the victims and the companies that saw it, or that it happened to, they went, hey, we're filing a charge for that. So this information was first reported on Bang TV, a South Korean YouTube channel, on his community tab. And here it says, fortunately, in the case of Jung Sung, I might be butchering names here, I'm so sorry. Passenger bus number 271. Jung Sung is apparently the name of the company whose bus Johnny was on. The victim was identified. The bus driver in the video gave a statement, and the Jung Sung passenger bus manager, who was on the bus at the time Johnny was on this bus, gave a statement about witnessing the obstruction of the business. So this guy really chose the worst possible bus to essentially do his antics on, because what are the chances that Johnny Somali is on the same bus as the bus company manager? I mean,
damn, dude. What are the... Oh, that is a... Wow, what are the odds of that actually happening? That the manager of the company is on that bus. He's probably, like, you know, doing an inspection and shit. You know? But, like... Man, dude... All I gotta say, chat, is that he's completely fucked. Yeah, no joke. He's completely... Man, dude, when you think it can't get any worse than it needs to be by any chance, but holy shit, man.
I mean, that's just a full circle moment. So Johnny, I guess, was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he documented and uploaded all of it. So the charge of obstruction of business was acknowledged, and the case was sent to the prosecution. And if he gets a couple more of these business obstruction charges, he can't help but go to prison. Because don't forget, he also has one charge of obstruction of business for the ramen incident at the 7-Eleven.
Tozy, how many times have I told you to stop using the goddamn noodle clip? Oh my lord, man. I swear to... Dude, I fucking hate this fucking clip, chat. I hate this fucking clip. Oh my fucking lord, dude. It's the fucking noodle clip, man. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Now he has a second. So for one charge of obstruction of business, he would likely have to
Man,
pay a
dude.
fine. For 2 charges, he might face a few months in prison. For 3, this number just keeps adding, and then 4 and 5 and so on. So I mean, like, if he just keeps getting these charges, he might have to sit in prison for a while. And Andrew from Legal Mindset explained why this is an obstruction of business.
This right here, when the bus driver has to get up and handle you and yell at you, that's obstruction. You are causing a delay. If you guys don't know, in case you guys haven't been to Korea, buses tend to run on time. And if you are in any way delaying the timeliness of a bus, that is huge. That is absolutely big, because that same bus is driving back and forth all day. And if you've messed them up by 5 minutes, that messes up the whole schedule for the whole day. So this is a big deal.
So yeah, at this point, it's pretty much inevitable that Johnny will be facing some time in Korea's prison. Now, we just kind of have to wait for how much this time will actually be. But other than that, his best friend in Korea, Hank Yu, who is also, I guess, his co-conspirator in a lot of his live stream antics, he recently had an interview for the podcast K-Town Social Club, where the hosts made sure to question Hank about his friendship with Johnny Somali. But if you don't know who I'm talking about, since this lore just keeps on adding new characters to the roster, Hank was one of the guys who screamed at Johnny to stop drinking in that video where all of them were allegedly in the back of a police car being hidden away from the Korean citizens who were hunting them.
Hold up. Serious. Stop drinking in a cop car, man. That's not on camera. Or I'm gonna drop everything, man.
We're not drinking. We're not drinking. We're not drinking.
Hey, please, bro.
It's not on camera.
You follow my orders. We're not helping you. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, lied.
Yeah. I remember this clip. Yes, I remember this clip. He had one job to do, was literally not to fucking drink, and Lord and behold, guess what happens? He fucking drinks, of course.
This is not Japan. Americans have way more freedom here.
Nigga, we got so much more freedom.
Protecting us, we in the back of the police car. Come and get us.
Yo, they gonna look at these films, they gonna be like, oh, hell no. I said stop drinking!
And he was also the other friend of Johnny alongside.
I love it. I love it how the cop dude just says, "I said stop drinking." Like literally, he was like straight up. Stop fucking drinking, Johnny Somali. I fucking said it already. God. Honestly, I swear.
Side of Gino in this video where they were all beaten up by South Korean citizens. So maybe they really needed to be in the back of that police car for protection. So now that our memories are refreshed, let's take a look at what he has to say.
I don't agree with everything what he does, but I do support his freedom of speech. And
what do you agree with? What do you agree with that he does?
I agree with pissing off Korean Xers. For sure. Generation X, yes.
What? So you just help?
What? Can I hear that again? Hold up.
With what do you agree with that he does?
I agree with pissing off Korean Xers. For sure. Generation X, yes.
So he's pissing off Korean Generation X. What?
What? So you just help Johnny harass random people in Korea who many aren't even Gen X because you dislike Gen X? Interesting.
What did Generation X do?
Generation X is the worst in Korea.
Yeah, explain it. Well, why are they the worst? What do they do?
So, do you know the Generation X attitude, like, how dare you disagree with me?
Okay.
I mean, I think that's just the general.
Boomers too, right?
Boomers too, but boomers, I believe they have their own reason because Korea was actually poor then.
Yeah, but Johnny was not just going after Generation X. He was mostly targeting like Gen Z Koreans on the street and like harassing them, no? And boomers too.
I felt comfort.
Gen Z actually loves.
Pretty sure zero Gen Xers were comfort women too. So.
Well, that's a good point, and I heavily doubt that the average Gen Z Korean loves Johnny. That's definitely not what I've heard.
I know, but Gen Z actually love Johnny. Trust me.
Does Gen Z actually love Johnny Somali? Chat, whoever's a Gen Zer, can you speak up here right now, chat, or forever hold your silence? Tell me, chat. Tell me. You Gen Zers out there, you better speak now. Speak now and tell me, do you like Johnny Somali? Don't you dare lie to me, motherfuckers. I'll be watching every day. Yes. Shut the fuck up. Tell me, chat. Don't you lie to me. Don't you dare lie to me here. I swear. Jesus fucking Christ.
You mean like 90% of Gen Z love Johnny, or
Okay, so that boomer that was in the convenience store in the 7-Eleven that was getting harassed by Johnny, that woman deserved to be harassed like that
And have thrown stuff
Like-
thrown
Oh,
at them.
no.
the ramen.
No,
What does
that
freedom
I
of
actually
speech have to
disagree
do with action?
Okay,
That I actually disagree with.
so you have a line then.
Oh, well, thankfully you don't agree with everything he does. So he's saying he's doing all that with the sole purpose of pissing Generation X people off. I mean, he says he's a free speech supporter, but what Johnny did and has been doing all along isn't really a matter of free speech. Like, I would even risk saying that it has never been a matter of free speech. Like, the dude has just straight up been harassing and threatening people. Free speech obviously is extremely important, but so is not being harassed and used for content by random streamers when you're simply walking in public. Like, come on, if you are commuting on a bus, one of the last things you want is some streamer to shove a rotting fish in your face and laugh at it while he's live streaming your reaction for his content. People do not want that to happen in society.
So you say you support Johnny Somali's right to free speech, right? But then when you continue to hang out with him after he then gets violent with people and puts his hands on people or does break the law, you do realize you're no longer supporting his freedom of speech and you're just supporting his illegal behavior, right?
Right, but Johnny never actually put his hands on people.
he has threatened to, hasn't he?
Moxie as a joke. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he,
I don't know about using that as a joke. In my personal opinion, that's just kind of weird. That's weird, man. Like yeah, sometimes I do edgy jokes, but I don't go that fucking far off the deep end, to be honest.
he jokingly
Sure, but-
threatened to rape somebody. I
So
don't
how do
think
we
that's a
how do
joke.
we how do we
But
know if
that's
it's a
like
joke or not?
online, like that's an online like streaming stuff, and I don't know if it's a threat because he said that you should get by Somalis.
I feel like he just proved to the world he's about as intelligent as a loaf of bread, but let's keep going.
I would take care of my safety first, right? But at the same time, like
Right, but taken to the
helping
logical
Johnny
conclusion.
doesn't really endanger my
Right, but taken to
safety
the
and
taken to the
right now
logical
he's
Didn't
conclusion.
you just get your ass
not
beat
with
last?
me.
Didn't
Right
you
now,
get your
so-
ass beat though?
I did.
Right.
So how did he not put you in danger then?
He did, but that wasn't supposed to happen in a first world country like Korea. You know,
Why
that's
wouldn't it?
that would happen in Mexico, basically.
What?
Oh man, dude. Man. Man. Oh man, dude. Wow, dude, that's crazy. That is all right. Baby, you should be headed over to Mexico. Oh my lord. Poor choice of words. Does he want to experience what happens in Mexico, to be honest?
No. If you go to a country and you mock their culture, don't be surprised if you get your ass beat. That is a universal thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is this not clicking with them? But they do ask him what Johnny has been up to. And by the way, this interview happened before his trial was officially delayed.
Where's Johnny now? What's he up to? Is he doing okay? His trial's next week, isn't it?
Yeah, Johnny's doing all right, but he's not with me right now. But
Yeah, because everyone knows where you live.
yeah, so like my location's like compromised, so I'm not gonna keep Johnny here, you know.
Wait,
Right,
so
Obviously,
But do you still hang out with him? You have like meals with him? You have pizza with him? You eat what, jajangmyeon with him? What do you do with him?
I talked to him about a couple legal cases because he is a witness to that aggravated assault, and he's a witness to like stalking, all that, you know.
Yeah. So do you eat with
And
him or
I'm
what?
also a witness to those cases. No, not really. I mean,
Oh, okay.
if I eat with him, that's gonna like compromise his safety too, you know.
So what's your take overall? Is he f***ed in your opinion, or is he going to be okay?
Well, they're trying to make it political, and
Sure.
you know what happened to my case because they made my case political back in East Texas. I got right.
But that was from
So-
American government, not
Yeah.
Korean government.
Yeah, but like Korea has like much, I would say, more lenient sentencing than the United States. So Johnny's probably not going to go to prison. He's going to
Oh, you think
Probably,
you
like,
think
at
he'll
most
be
be
let go?
either let go or like at most like pay some fines, you know, because
Man, dude. Who is this guy, dude? Who? Man, what am I hearing, man? What am I actually oh man, dude.
I mean, what did he do that was like
Don't worry about
felonious?
it.
What do you mean he didn't do anything that was felonious? Wait, what do you mean by that? Like, I have an entire list on one of my past videos of every felony this guy's committed, and that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So there's probably more as of right now. National Security Law, Anti-Terrorism Act, Business Obstruction, the Deepfake Incident, a crime of insult, defamation, an act of assault, Narcotics Control Act, and finally, a misdemeanor penalty act. Johnny's clearly been speedrunning the Korean Penal Code, and Hank is out there asking, what did he do that was felonious? And by the end of the interview, they ask Hank if he knows where Gino is, and even though he responds that Gino went from Korea directly to Japan, there's a lot of people saying, hey, that's not even true, considering, you know, his last post on social media. But back to the Johnny situation, apparently he's got a new phone once again, and he started messaging on his Discord one more time. And this time he seems to be considering a real comeback in his career. If I come back to streaming, I don't know where he'll be at this point. I honestly should have never been banned from Kick, but that's in the past. I feel like this might be the first message from this guy where he realized he ruined his own life, because clearly it doesn't seem that jail time phases him. What does seem to phase him is not being able to live stream. And now that's become extremely hard for him with all of his bans. And then you have all the legal implications from Korea on top of that. But Johnny has uploaded some VOD on his old stream where, I guess, when he was back in Japan in 2023, but that's really not that relevant to this situation right now. It's not like he's uploading new content from Korea onto his Rumble as of now. But as I mentioned earlier, the problem for his comeback is he managed to get banned on essentially every single relevant streaming platform. So his
Besides Facebook gaming. He could technically go into Facebook gaming though. And also that one that Jack Doherty is on too as well. I forgot what the name of that one is called. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's all I can think of for. Well, actually, you could do TikTok Live. But I think he'll get banned pretty quickly though, compared to the other two. So yeah.
comeback, even if he goes all in, it's going to be very hard to find him because he's banned. And obviously he
Live
made a
stream.
new YouTube account, but if he
Not
starts
social
streaming on
website.
YouTube again, it won't really last for too long considering he's already been banned on YouTube once before. He's also bragging about the title of world's most controversial live streamer on his new YouTube channel, but
Wait. Go back?
bragging about the title of world's most controversial
Isn't he banned from YouTube? So he can't really, you know, make another one? If I remember correctly, you can't make another, you cannot make another channel, right? You, like, once you're banned from YouTube, right? Like, you can't make another channel.
Controversial live streamer on his new YouTube channel, but Johnny's main problem is he's not even controversial, he's just universally hated. But if you want the full story of how we even got here, you can check out this video here, or you can check out this one that YouTube's recommending to you. And other than that, if you're new here, feel free.
Yeah, because we'll be finding out what happens here with this guy in like, what, in like March, right? I think in March is when we have the trial for this guy. And dude, when you think the crimes don't keep piling, but they still keep fucking piling at the end of the day, it's crazy. I don't know. Honestly, I hope that they fucking throw the goddamn book at him. Like, straight up, like, no joke, they should really just throw the book at him and fucking make him learn his lesson, to be honest. But that's just me. That's just my opinion at the end of the day. But yeah, like I said, you can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff, and yeah. Man, dude. I guess I should be an IRL streamer now these days. It's Johnny Somali. Like, he literally used his own, like, his own brand name for the channel. I thought you're not even allowed to come back on YouTube once after, like, you've been, like, I don't know, you've been, like, banned or whatever from YouTube. Oh well, whatever. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. But anyways, like I said, what an interesting video. Interesting video indeed. That's the end of the video, and peace.